I am shocked. Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Bench. If you're enjoying this, or if you're enjoying what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you think. Just the interaction helps me feed the algorithm. And today we have a PlayStation Dualshock 4. That shouldn't sound like that. Also provided by the same customer was this one for parts, so hopefully between the two, and I have an old white one here. I'll show you the shell of it. Actually, you know what a controller looks like. So the main complaint that the customer has is that the device is not charging. So let me get my good mini USB cable here. Yeah. Dead as a dead thing. Right. So let's take it apart. So Dualshock 4s are simple enough. Definitely learned a lot from the Dualshock 2, which was a pain. Dualshock 3, earlier versions were a pain, later ones weren't too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or should I say a hen? Oh, 3 agus a chachar. Oh, that's spinning free, like the housing for that screw might be broken. If the plastic don't work, the palette knife will. Right, oh well, it's already pretty much coming apart. This one must have had a pretty bad fall at some point to do this kind of damage. Oh lord. Oh lord. So here you've got, that's the board that the USB charger's on, and then there's the ribbon cable that attaches it to the main board. So I might need to take this bit out and test, but I think it's more likely this bit's going to possibly suffer some damage whenever that... Yeah, that bit of plastic's supposed to be there like that, and that one there like that. I'm not sure what the best way to go forward is with this, but do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to disassemble this black one and see does the board work if nothing else. So next step, pull the battery, and then there's another screw underneath the battery clip that holds the rest in place. So there's your reset button, there's your cable to the front, and there's the cable to the USB. That's a rogue bit of plastic that broke. So this, I'm just going to plug this bit out, and then this should just lift out. Yeah, there we go. And then it should take analog sticks, and then the vibration motor, which is fairly well trapped in there. You'd need to desolder that to take it off, like the other one. The wires have just ripped off. Jesus, that motor is... Holy frig, that thing is just... It's taking a beating. Might just have to glue everything back together, and then I'll use the vibration motor out of this one. Right, I think that's the best way to go. So I'm going to desolder this motor from that, and then we'll try and glue the shell back together, and then we'll test the board when we've everything off the shell. We'll go at it. That should be hot enough. It's only a couple of wee blobs of solder. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Thank you, soldering iron. So I might just take that out. Oops. Off like that, yeah. And now we can remove the charge port. Pins all seem okay, so I'm just going to plug it back in. Wrong board. That's the board of the right one. Here we go. Right. Plug the battery back in. Do you know what, I might just check the battery for voltage. Where is the multimeter? 3.3 volts, and it is rated for 4.2, so it's low but not dead. So I plug the battery back in. So that's as much as you need to power the thing on. Now, usually you press the PS button, and then the LED on the charging port will come on if the controller was powering on. Now I'm just going to hold the reset button back here. Right, nothing doing there. Just prod around a bit with the multimeter and see if we get anything. I'm doing this in a way that nobody can see it, but I'll try my best to not block everything with my ham hands. 4.4. See if we get 5 volts anywhere here. 3 volts there. Well, that's definitely not charging. Right, so is the power on the board, or is the issue on the board, or is the issue on that? So I'm going to take apart the one they have sent for parts and get the USB board off and see is that what the issue is. And there's a non-zero chance I had the cable plugged in the wrong way around last time. Right, let's try it again this time. There we go, we get light. The battery is... Let's just get the multimeter out and see what the battery's doing. Alright, so that's the charging end of the conundrum sorted out. Now we try and rebuild it. We need this housing that houses vibration motor to sit there like that. Which I think it just lifts out. Yeah, you just kind of separate it from those clippy bits. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, and your... So I'm going to want to glue to there. Then when we get that done, we can glue that there like that. Right, okay. Super glue. Oh, for fuck's sakes. My super glue has super glued. Maybe liberal enough. On that side, and there's that it on that side. So now we just hold it for a while till the glue sets. Okay, it is cured enough to let it go. And this piece has to be glued on there like that. Okay, that's fairly set. Alright, we're going to give this a few minutes to let that glue fully dry, and then we'll... Yeah, it's only replaced. So I did notice that that little screw there, or that little spring, you've probably seen two come out of this, and then just... So bear with me. It's just they're not flopping around like that. The problem is I put it on too well here, just in the wrong place. Just thick with it. And then watch as it flies across the room, never to be seen again. That's usually how this goes for me. So then I have to bend it back down to underneath the trigger, or button or whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's L2 in my book. Always will be. Always has been. There we go. Back where it belongs. While we're here, we'll give this contact and its comrade on the board a bit of a clean with just some IPA. Okay, I think this is as good a point as any to try and put it all back together. Yeah, we'll start tentatively doing it. Yes, we do need the large vibration motor from here. How in the name of God are you supposed to do this? For what should be a serviceable part. Fuck this. Like I say. No, because then this, maybe I can just glue it if I need it. Thank you! Now there is adhesive, is there? Yeah, there's a bit of adhesive. There it is. Haha! Then we can put this in. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Now we are getting somewhere. Right, okie dokie. Alright, time to solder the vibration motors back on. So I'm going to turn back on the soldering iron. Oh my God, stop kissing each other, cables. Gross. Yeah, I'll hold. Alright, we'll whack the battery back on it. Put in the cable and we'll test everything. The cable test software. So this is the gamepad tester software. Now I'm going to plug in the console. Oh, not the console, the controller. Yes, it's seeing the controller. Yeah, that's all good. They're all working, so I'm going to put it back together now. I'll give it one final test. That's it all back together. No unsightly gaps. Charging, as you can see by the light. Let's bring it up close and we'll focus on it. Because it's looking well. And if we go back to the gamepad tester. Swirly, swirly, swirly. Swirly, swirly, swirly. Edit. Yeah, I think we're all good with that. So it turns out I was very wrong, because this has been charging for ages and when you plug the charger into it, I'm going to plug it into the laptop here. Look at that, it lights up. You press the PS button and it'll try and be connected. Now this is left charging overnight, but as soon as you plug it out, nothing. So I suspect that there is an issue on the charging circuit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this one. We're going to take, I believe it's this chip. I need to double check that, but I think it's this chip off. Take it off on the good controller, swap them over and see if this works. So, good bit of soldering to go on here. I'll skip you watching me pull everything apart and we'll just get to the soldering. So, yeah. Right, so we're gonna go at about 50% airflow and about 350 degrees. And the heat gun. And we'll just warm up the board first, so you just kind of go round in circles around it. And then when the board gets a bit warmer, I'm going to put on some flux. And then we'll go for it properly. Fluxy, 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 flux. A little lots there. Now we're going to come out with the heat. I'm going to raise the heat up a little bit to about 70%, the airspeed. Just keep it moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Just going to up the temperature a little bit. 400. That's her off. Okay, that's the chip. And we can take that off the heat, and I'm going to put it over there. Right. Turn that down to sleep. Now we can take this old board away. You can see there. I'll just do a wee focus for you. Right, now we'll fly through, taking this apart again and getting down to get that board. Now, and immediately I see a potential issue. Just take those stick caps off and come over with the controller. Hey, shut up you. Can you tell what it is yet? They're not the same. So let me just check another spare board I've got here. Now the other board doesn't have that. Do you know, it might just be a cap or something that's shorted around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the multimeter out and I'm going to put it into, oh, what do you call it? Mode where it beeps. Continuity mode, that's the mode. I think that's a cap. No, it doesn't look like any of them are blown, so it's more than likely the chip itself. I'm just going to put it back in the controller, plug in a power source and see is that the chip that's heating up. Bear with me. Alright, that's it set back up. I'm going to plug it in. Please stop then. And plug it into the computer and I'm going to kind of have a feel around and see if anything gets hot. Yeah, you can already feel that chip heating up. So it's definitely that. So I have to get a replacement and I don't have any spares. Probably gonna have to buy one in. Okay, so I've had a look on eBay to see if I can price a new part, a new Power IC chip, and as you can see there, I mean the price of them, it's so expensive. I mean, let's just open up a new eBay tab and Dualshock 4. Go for a used one. I mean, you know, 25 quid for a new one, for a used one, or you can pay, I can pay 25 euro for a part and then my labour costs on top of it. It's just not economical to repair. So I'll message the customer and tell them they can use it as a wired controller, but the cost of the repair, it's not worth it when you can look. I mean, look at the price of these, like you can get them. I mean, I've got them cheaper going on bids and going on broken ones. It's a shame that that part costs so much, it really is, but that's just the way it is sometimes. This old tech, it's just not economical to repair. I mean, I could hold on to it from them and maybe I'd get a used one or a broken one in for parts sometime, but anyway, that's just the way it goes down sometimes. I don't like it when they finish like that, but what can you do? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that, like, subscribe, comment, tell me I'm an idiot. Tell me there's a cheaper way I could have fixed it, or if I was any good at soldering I could have fixed the chip. Oh, shut up, dog. Right. Bye.